Sand Valley was started in 2015. The course fully opened in May of 2017.
It's entirely sand in this area. It's located in the sand counties of Wisconsin. It used to be a former pine plantation because back in the 30s when they tried to farm it, just everybody that tried just really wasn't very successful. And so they decided to plant it in the red pines. Ideally it was before the golf courses were here, it was just a big red pine plantation. We have two 18s and a 17-hole par 3, but we do have a bye hole. So that would make 54, but it's usually only utilized in the afternoons.
The Sand Valley course here, some of the surfaces are going on 4 and 5 years old from the original seedings. With bent grass and I think fine fescue, maturity is usually at about 5 years. On this pure sand, windy days, the bottom will drop out of the humidity, so it's about moisture management.
We basically have just the two turf areas. We have the greens and then the fescue areas. So we kind of follow the Kingsley model here, where we have bent grass greens and then fescue everywhere else.
It's very drought tolerant. It doesn't require a whole lot of fertility that you might have to provide with other turf species. But as we get more mature, that's going to just continue to get better and better.
We try to be friendlier with our maintenance practices, doing some things just a little bit kid gloves with the fescue, but it plays fantastic and you can really dry out the soils, so it's a fantastic playing surface.
And then the fescue is a 6-way blend here, and it's a combination of 30% shoreline slender creeping red fescue, 20% ruddy creeping red fescue, 15% silhouette chewing fescue, 15% SR 5130 chewing fescue, 10% SR 3150 hard fescue, and 10% Eureka 2 hard fescue. I kind of work with seed research in Oregon to kind of help me develop that blend. I just feel like a blend just gives you the best chance to be successful. As time, the grasses will segregate out. Different grasses will be successful in different areas.
The only fine fescue use I knew of in Tennessee was, you seed it under trees as shady native grasses. You could use it in your yard if it was low traffic, but seeing it here, it's a very low input. It doesn't require a lot of fertility, very disease resistant, very, very hardy in the winter.
We started seeding Mammoth Dunes in 2016, finished up in September of 17. We've transitioned from grow-in to mature turf 2018, 2019. The fescue performs pretty well in sandy conditions. We're able to keep it very dry to keep out any weeds, especially POA.
I think we do use a little bit more irrigation here than they would over in Michigan, but I would say that's the biggest difference because it's kind of more like a desert environment here in central Wisconsin compared to Michigan where it's a little bit wetter. We're nightly trying to target, a 0.05 to a tenth of irrigation. Just trying to keep that grass just wetted enough that it can survive the wilt, but at the same time we can kind of keep it drier and it plays firmer and faster.
To see this place develop as much as it has just in the past year has been phenomenal.
We just are promoting fescue and firm and fast golf, and we're just successful and continue growing would be my best wish for the property going forward.